The diagram shows a circle center O inside a rhombus. Each side of the rhombus is a tangent to the circle, as you can see. So they're all tangents to the circle. Point P has coordinates 6, 2 and lies on the circle and on the rhombus. So first we need to calculate OP and give the answer as a set. Then we need to write down the equation of the circle, and then we need to show the tangent to the circle at P has equation y equals minus 3x plus 20. And finally we need to work out the total area shaded on the diagrams is this part. We need to work out the area of this part. So we start off with calculating OP, which is a radius, and because we've been given that the center O is inside a rhombus, and this is the x and y axis, the intersection of the x and y axis. So obviously O is going to be 0 and 0. So and if you draw OP, that distance is going to be square root of 6 minus 0 whole square plus 2 minus 0 whole square, and then you would get root 40 as the answer, or you can simplify it to 2 root 10. So the radius of the circle is root 40 or 2 root 10. So we next do part B. Write down the equation of the circle. So the equation of the circle with center 0, 0 would be x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equal to radius squared. In this case it's root 40. So obviously the equation is going to be x squared plus y squared equals 40. And then we need to show the tangent to the circle at P has this equation. So now there's one thing we know, that the tangent is perpendicular to the radius, and we use this property to find the equation of the tangent. Okay, so the gradient of OP, which is a radius, would be 1 out of 3, and the gradient of the tangent then is minus 3 because they are perpendicular and product of the gradients is minus 1. So the gradient of the tangent would be minus 3, and hence we can write the equation of the tangent as y equals minus 3x plus c, minus 3 being the gradient. And then we see that this tangent passes through the point 6, 2. So substituting the values, we get c equals 20, and hence the equation of the tangent is y equals minus 3x plus 20, which matches with what we've been asked to find. So that is correct. For the next bit, we need to work out the total shaded area on the diagram. So it's the shaded part. So to work out the shaded area, I need to first work out the area of the rhombus and take away from that the area of the circle. So I thought that we could do it. You can try any other method, but I thought we could work out the area of one of these triangles. So then using half times base times height, because we already know the height, that is a radius. If I could find what one of the sides of the rhombus is, then I could find the area of the triangle, and then multiplying it by 4 would give me the area of the rhombus. So that's what I did. So I named it ABCD, and suppose the point A is 0A and the point B is B0, because A lies on the y-axis, B on the x-axis, and then OP is perpendicular to AB. So we can say, using Pythagoras theorem, OP square plus AP square is equal to the hypotenuse OA square. And then OP we know is root 40. So we can write this root 40 square plus the distance square of that is equal to A square. because this distance is a. So we get a square would cancel out from both sides, and we get a is 20. So we know the coordinates of the point A. Now to work out the coordinates of the point B, so once again OP is perpendicular to AB. So I can write OP square plus PB square is equal to OB square. OP square, PB square, perpendicular, OB. So here OB is the hypotenuse. So we can now work out what B is. And you see B is 80 over 12 or 20 over 3. So the coordinates of B are known, the coordinates of A are known. I can find what AB is. Hence that's AB using the distance formula. And you would get AB is 20 out of 3 times root 10. You know, you can leave it as, it's easy to simplify. So AB is this, and then I can now work out the area of triangle OAB. That's this triangle. So the area of it will be half times AB, the base times height OP. So half times AB is 20 out of 3 times root 10 multiplied by root 40, which is the height, which is a perpendicular. And that would give you 200 over 3 as the area. So the area of OAB is 200 over 3. The area of the rhombus ABCD was therefore 4 times 200 out of 3, and that in decimal is 266.67. Okay. So then the area of the circle is 40 pi, which is 125.66. And if we subtract area of the circle from the area of the rhombus, we should get the shaded part. And if you did that, you would see the shaded part is 141.01 or 141 square units. And that's the answer.